Alright everybody, so this is what I did to lose about 60 pounds over 2020. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. I did keto, intermittent fasting. That's pretty much it. I didn't work out like basically at all. I had a lifestyle change. Now I do a more consistent low carb, not necessarily a keto diet, but low carb diet. Lifestyle, however you want to say it. Low carb, and I still do intermittent fasting. And so keto itself is basically not eating over 20 grams of carbs a day. And so that includes bread, sugars, potatoes, and starchy vegetables like squash, and cutting out fruit as well, like apples, bananas, and things like that. Which, when people first hear that, they're like, "What? You can't eat fruit?" But like, you can eat berries and stuff like that. But other fruits are like higher in sugar and stuff, so you're like cutting that out. And for me personally, I ate a lot of meat because meat fills me up faster. So any type of meat is permissible, like any type of meat, any type of seafood, anything like that. Leafy green vegetables like asparagus, broccoli, kale, spinach, and zucchinis, things like that. And it's high fat, so that means like you can have butter, olive oil, avocado, things like that. Like, oh my goodness, butter was like my saving grace because I just put butter on everything, and whew, it was so good. But also nowadays it's much easier to do keto in my opinion, just because it's getting popular and you can get like keto bread, keto ice cream, and keto cake, stuff like that. So it's a little bit easier. You just got to make sure you don't go over 20 grams of carbs a day and stuff like that. So yeah, but specifically for me, for intermittent fasting, that's basically when you eat, when you have a time of eating and you have a time of not eating. So for the majority of the time, I did a more intense intermittent fasting for I guess half, 1/4 to half the year, which was like 24. So that's pretty much having a eating window of like 4 hours to eat all my calories for the day, or all the amount of food I'm going to eat for the day, and then I fast for 20 hours. But most of the time I did 16/8. So eating for 8 hours, not necessarily eating the entire 8 hours, but like 2 to 3 meals within 8 hours, and then fasting for 16 hours. And the actual biological side of this is when you're eating, your insulin goes up, and insulin is the hormone that wants to store fat and wants to store the sugar and fat that you eat. And so when your insulin is depleted for those 16 hours, it has a chance to reboot. It has a chance to tap into your fat stores and like start consuming your own fat instead of storing it. So that's what fasting does. And it also, depending on how long you fast, implements this process called autophagy, which is legitimately called, translation is self-eating. And that is basically your cells being broken down by your body and eating itself, and basically eating the old bad things off and and producing healthy cells. So that's pretty cool. And that pretty much all that put together, that's what really helped me lose the weight. But yeah, didn't really exercise. I just started exercising just because I'm like, okay, I want to start building muscle. And so I started exercising after I lost the 60 pounds. And keto, intermittent fasting. And this is definitely not the only way that you can lose weight. There's many, many other ways. And I definitely want to get into those in some later videos. But this is just what I did. And I didn't follow anything specific. I just looked at a package. Oh, it got that many carbs. Got it. Got some meat. Got some greens. Ate it. And that's what I did. I didn't follow any type of plan, any type of anything on the internet. So yeah, that's pretty much what's up. I just got motivation from other YouTubers and things like that. And I saw what they did. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So it like helped me to keep going and stuff. So yeah.